What the fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy The Goods. We are here for episode number 37 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we talked to Susato's dad. And in this episode, we're going to talk to our dad, Lord Strongheart.
Here's the final draft of the opening address for tomorrow's proceedings. I've supplemented your original with the figures you asked for from the yard.
I see! Excellent work, thank you!
You're welcome, my lord.
I don't know what voice I've given him. What's Lord Van Zeek's doing here?
My, there seems to be an awful lot of tension in the air, wouldn't you say?
This place is stifling enough as it is. We really don't need any more tension.
My apologies! I didn't notice you come in. Your small stature and dark dress make you all but invisible to me.
Oh, no, it's entirely my fault for wearing black, I'm sure.
From now on, you must dress in white from head to toe whenever you come here.
Now then, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, my lord, I'm right here. Kill me now.
Is something wrong? Perhaps it's a little too hot in here for you.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I've never experienced a room at such a perfect temperature.
If you're sure, the beads of sweat carving their way down your face seem to suggest otherwise.
Because of the daggers you're staring at me with, mainly.
As you're no doubt aware, my International Forensic Science Symposium begins tomorrow. In fact, your father arrived in London earlier today, I hear, madam.
Oh, yes, that's right, my lord. He's extremely honored to have been invited.
I'll leave the remaining preparations for the meeting room in your capable hands then, Lord Van Zeeks.
I will attend at once.
What are you looking at me like that for?
He gave you a very cold stare as he left, didn't he?
I know, but I haven't done anything, have I?
These past few days, my feet have barely touched the ground, I must say. My dedicated right hand of many years was recently put out of action in spectacular fashion.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your left hand still of service?
Mr. Naruhodo, he's talking about Dr. Scythe!
Ah! Of course. I'm terribly sorry about that. I was just,
Fear not, you've done nothing wrong. Dr. Scythe's own wrongdoing precipitated the situation. You needn't concern yourself with it any further.
That would be a lot easier to do if it weren't for the piercing stare you're giving me.
Lord Van Zeeks is doing an admirable job of holding the fort, though disturbingly, his apprentice has been missing since yesterday.
Oh, missing?
What's become of Kazuma-sama now?
So we need to talk to him about a lot of things. This is like the beginning of these trials is just so much fucking talking.
Not long ago, visitor numbers to the Great Exhibition exceeded 30 million.
30 million? Are there even that many people in the world?
As a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, the population of Imperial Capital of Tokyo is 2 million.
I will be opening the International Forensic Science Symposium in the exhibition's main auditorium. This event has been 2 years in the making. 2 years of preparations and negotiations with other countries.
It sounds like a tremendous achievement. Congratulations.
The 20th century, will see the wholesale adoption of forensic investigation techniques, and cooperation between policing organizations around the globe will be essential.
So it is 1899.
Which is why this landmark first symposium had to be hosted here at the heart of our great British Empire, in order that Scotland Yard can become the leading investigative organization in the New World.
He's the same as ever, I see. That passion of his is quite something.
You're every bit as passionate in your own way, I'm sure, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm the only person in this country who truly cares about a future that embraces forensic science. It was my intention to become Her Majesty's Attorney General and reform the Yard from the ground up. So the disgrace of the forensic investigation team has been a bitter blow to my ambitions.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
I first established the forensic investigation team a year ago, experimentally to start with With Dr. Scythe at the helm, it was steadily accruing an impressive record of achievement. I was on the verge of changing its name and elevating its status to a full-blown forensic investigation department.
And can you not do that now?
Obviously, nobody wants to hear anything about it at the moment. Even I can't keep the story out of the papers. 6 million Londoners will be cursing forensic science now. This incident will set back our country's advancements in the field by a good 10 years, I'd say.
Unintended repercussions of our trial.
We simply couldn't have overlooked what had happened, though.
Of course not. We should all be grateful to you both. Anyway, I'll still reform this country's policing when I become Attorney General. This might delay my plans, but it won't alter them. Nothing will stand in my way.
Okay, tell me about the missing apprentice. Where's Cosima? About Lord Van Zeek's apprentice.
Ah yes, that came as a surprise to me, I must say. That you and he are old friends.
How did he become an apprentice to Lord Van Zeek's in the first place?
It came about 3 months ago. An unidentified Asian man was apprehended by border police. They found him hiding aboard a large goods vessel.
Oh my! So he stowed away in another vessel?
He had no papers to identify him, no passport, and he was suffering from amnesia too. Other than the fact that he was clearly of Eastern descent, there were no clues as to who he was. So I decided to assign him to Lord Van Zeek's. That way I could keep an eye on him.
But then, why the mask?
I didn't want to burden Lord Van Zeek's with tiresome explanations about why he had an Eastern apprentice.
Because it would be so much easier to explain why he was wearing a mask?
He's proving to be a great help to Lord Van Zeek's. I have high hopes for his future.
By the way, do you know where he's gone?
No idea, but I believe he's left London for the time being.
Oh.
I take it you also didn't know. That the man's father was one of our country's most infamous criminals, I mean.
Genshin Asogi. Yeah, tell me about that. What we learned from that trial 8 days ago was a huge shock. Finding out my friend's father was...
Ah yes, Genshin Asogi. The professor case 10 years ago caused a great stir here in Britain.
They were such awful murders and unprecedented, using a ferocious dog as a murder weapon.
And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign student invited to study here by the government. So the true identity of the killer couldn't be made public then, and can't be made public now. Nobody in your country knows it was him, and neither do the citizens of London.
The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between our two nations at the time. I understand.
Correct. However, it is to be noted that there were some supporters of the professor's apparent cause.
What? Supporters of a mass murderer?
The majority of the man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy of the day. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole. Or so a few fair thinkers in London believed, anyway.
Right, I see. But it was still murder, wasn't it?
It seems very similar, doesn't it? To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey.
I see. So after we discuss everything, then we move to Sholmes' suite. Oh, it's November now. What was that?
A man screaming in a most unflattering way.
Do you think... Could it have been Mr. Sholmes?
Oh my, I do hope not.
I don't do it anymore! Mon ami! Stop this disgraceful display, oh! Who are these people? Look at their hair, it's bright red.
I think they must be clients of Mr. Sholmes. What, you two? You're coming with me now? Down to the clink.
No! Not the prison! It is dark and damp, and I don't like it! Moth the darkness, it is my friend. I am not scared. But you are always scared in the dark. Shut your mouth, you idiot. I will sit quietly in the dark and plan our next daring heist. I don't like this. I don't like it.
Well, tough. We'll finish down the yard. We'll finish this down the yard. Now get moving.
Bye then, Ginny. Have fun.
Oh yeah, thanks, Iris. And thanks, you great detective.
The fuck was that?
Gina makes a fine detective herself, doesn't she? Oh, Susie and Bruno.
Hello, Iris. We're home.
Well, did you find your daddy? Yes, we arrived at the hotel just before he and his friend. Oh, well, that's great news. I hope I'll get to see my daddy again soon. Ah, yes, of course.
Dr. John H. Wilson.
So, Iris, all that remains now is that greatest of problems known to man.
Oh, who the fuck is that?
But before we concern ourselves with that, I believe some tea's in order, don't you, my dear fellows? Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Do I have a crumb or such like on my face?
Not so much on your face as on your head, I'd say.
Come along then, everyone. I've brewed a lovely special blend. Time for tea. Whatever is going on here today?
In that case, let us sit and drink now, for I am in fact expecting a guest later today.
He kind of looks cool with the red hair, I'm not even gonna lie. So I need to examine the newspaper.
This looks like last week's edition.
What's that article circled in red ink there?
It's in an advertisement column. It says, "To the Red-Headed League."
The Red-Headed League? What's that?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but...
Is something on my face?
Clearly this has something to do with that lively hair. Okay. So we then present that to him. It looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes.
To the Red-Headed League, hmm? Does that strike you in some way?
I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair.
So, at last you've learnt to apply my methods, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry?
In the first instance, and quite indispensable observation. Oh, it's all indispensable. Observation.
Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut.
So then, allow me to regale you with the details of my latest exploits.
Regale or boast. Yeah, okay. So, we need to talk to him about everything, so let's just go in order.
Mr. Sholmes, who were the two gentlemen that were here before?
Oh, just a pair of petty criminals. Nothing of significance. Of course, they have to make a living somehow. And when the mood takes me, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to all manner of infractions.
When the mood takes you.
All manner of infractions? Whoa.
But when such fellows set their sights on Mr. Herlock Sholmes, well, that's when their luck runs out.
Oh my! You were the target of a crime, Mr. Sholmes?
But I quickly devised a plan to entrap them and deliver them to our young detective ally.
You should have asked Gregsy to come too. We could have had an arresting tea party.
I did send word, but no answer was forthcoming. The man is consummately in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a word for it, I'm sure. Aha! I have it! A bungler! That's the word!
It's a good job he's not here to hear you. It's a good job he's not here to hear you say that. Yeah. So those redheads had been up to no good.
I wonder what the men did.
They dyed his hair in the middle of the night. And peed on him. What was that about the greatest of problems known to man that you mentioned before?
Is it another fiendishly intricate case, Mr. Sholmes?
How should I best explain it? Are you aware of the theory of evolution by natural selection, perchance?
Well, I think I've heard talk of it somewhere. Possibly.
It's a revolutionary scientific theory that was newly proposed 40 years ago now.
God, this is old.
According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops.
Wait, what? We were apes?
Indeed, and from the very moment those apes descended from the canopy to live as humans, it has been our lot to be at the mercy of the greatest problem known to man.
Our lot? What is this great problem, Mr. Sholmes?
Why is it not obvious, my dear madam? The problem of rent.
But did you not receive a rather large sum of money from Madame Pastel's only the other day?
Pshaw! A large sum? One potted herb for Iris and a new motor car for me later. And all of it has quite disappeared, I assure you.
Honestly, Hurley, you know you squandered it.
Yes, well, anyway, 2 days ago, I discovered the answer to man's greatest problem. For the coming month, at least.
And what was the answer?
Why, there is a substantial clue before your very eyes.
Don't tell me. Let me see.
Humans are sorry creatures, unable to see what is in front of their noses. Let me give you some assistance. Don't look, but observe me very closely. There's one particular feature about my person that has changed. You should notice it in the end, I think.
In the end? It's the fucking hair. It's been stabbing me in both eyes right from the very beginning of our conversation.
I think we might need another clue before we uncover the full answer, Mr. Naruhodo.
What?
She's so stupid, bro. Thanks for the hint. I'll be tearing my hair out if this charade goes on much longer. Alright. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Isn't it about time you told us the truth? Just over a week ago, you said to us,
I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that.
oh shit. That case aboard the SS Burya in January. Kazuma wasn't killed, and you knew he wasn't dead at the time. So what was really going on?
The fellow was unconscious for a very long time. If he hadn't regained consciousness when he did, his life would have been in mortal peril. Of course, a side effect of prolonged comatose state was amnesia, as you now know. It was a simple enough task to silence the crew. But how? After they'd carried him out of the cabin, I assembled them in the lobby area. Then I made them swear to leave him unconscious and have him unlaid from the ship in Hong Kong as a murdered corpse.
Oh, how horrible!
It was necessary to find some material with which to persuade the crewmen to keep their word, of course. Why? Why do it in the first place? I will be at liberty to elaborate in due course. But for the time being, I would like to reassure you. I didn't foresee subsequent events. What events? His disappearance in Hong Kong.
Oh,
I believe I may have made a gross error of judgment. Mr. Sholmes.
Okay, wait. Tell me about this Red-Headed League, man. What is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you've circled?
You noticed it in the paper then? That, my dear fellow, was going to be the source of this month's rent payment.
It was? How?
According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governance. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair.
That doesn't entirely surprise me.
but listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join. An unconditional salary of £4 a week. Oh my, £4 a week.
But why? Why are they paying people? What are they paying people for?
That I don't know. No details are given in the advertisement.
But surely every red-headed person in the country would be flocking to join in that case. You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once. So will I. Just on the off chance.
That might be stretching a point, I think. Yeah, Iris could probably pull it off.
The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see.
Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can.
But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away.
It wasn't particularly lucky for the redhead in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes.
So you decided to try to join in his place?
Correct! I mean, look at me! Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow?
No.
So why? Why did it have to go so wrong?
What? What on earth happened?
A blunder, Mr. Naruhodo, though it pains me to admit it.
Oh my god.
What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes?
I'm glad you asked, Mrs. Otto. What you see atop my head is neither dyed nor a hairpiece. I changed the colour of my hair overnight by the wonders of chemistry.
Chemistry?
I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves, and in the course of my work I stumbled upon a potion that when taken turns one's hair aflame like red. Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body perfectly crimson.
I think I'll pass.
But Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it?
Amateurs are always hampered by such fears.
Oh, I should never have doubted you, Mr. Sholmes. You mean to say...
But of course! To earn £4 a week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger.
That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely.
So anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. For the park on Lime Street, where the Redhead League were interviewing prospective new members.
So what went wrong?
The whole park was choked with red-headed folk, like a Costa's orange barrow. I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. When the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?" So naturally I had no choice but to reply, "Shh, don't give me away." After which I could do little else but turn and leave. Then this morning when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me. So I turned that pair in to the police.
Oh dear, what a disaster for Hurley and those two redheads.
Wait, so they didn't immediately let him in. So he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm arresting some redheads.
Aha, here's my guest now, my latest client with money to spend.
Oh, I do hope it's an exciting case, Hurley.
Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating, save locating a runaway, of course.
Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you? Jesus.
Oh dear, I'm afraid that Hurley can lack a little tact, especially just before rent is due.
What the fuck was that?
Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Herlock Sholmes! Please, oh please! Please find my husband! He's run away!
To upset me?
I beg your pardon?
Never mind, a personal matter. My apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruhodo?
I didn't say a word.
Come, my dear madam, be seated. Iris, some tea, if you please.
Of course.
What's the matter, Miss Susato?
Oh, it's just that gentlewoman. I feel sure I've seen her somewhere before, very recently.
Yes, now that you come to mention it. She kinda got some yitties on her, big dog.
As I explained earlier, my name is MISS Virgil. I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure.
Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam. Being offered a case to solve is reward enough.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you are the picture of benevolence.
I will of course make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you'll remember your words also.
If I might inquire, sir.
this gentleman and lady would be? Me? What I'm about to tell you, I should like to communicate in the strictest confidence, you understand?
Ah, these are my friends. I assure you, you may say before this pair anything which you say to me.
Oh, I see.
I can vouch for the gentleman personally. After all, he's hard of hearing.
Why did I ever get my hopes up? She's kind of a baddie. Like, I didn't really process it before when she was a juror. She's kind of a baddie. I guess we need to, like, speak to her, you know? So let's talk Mrs. Vigil. Forgive me for asking, Mrs. Vigil, but have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps?
Oh my!
But sure, my dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion.
Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week?
Ah, I knew I recognized her.
To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, it sends shivers down my spine.
I'm going for like a Mrs. Doubtfire thing. I kind of like that little accent. I'm never going to get to do that shit again. I didn't quite recognize her because she's acting so differently now.
It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer, being hard of hearing, I mean.
Pardon?
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. It was flippery, really. Nothing more.
Now look what you've started, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you very much.
I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner.
Yes. Now I need to ask about Mr. Vigil.
Tell us about your husband, madam.
Mr. Vigil, my daily, is 40 years of age. I have a photograph here.
He looks like a chud.
An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. How long have you been married?
It'll be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship, and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live comfortably.
As it would appear, I need only look at you to know these things.
Oh gosh!
Your dress is the latest style, your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct?
That's right. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me.
Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or another.
Oh, that is exactly what I fear might have happened. Mr. Sholmes, I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. What if he's incurred some miscreant's ill will?
What exactly is your husband's line of work?
He's a warder at the prison.
A guard? That is somewhat unusual. Tell me more about that.
So, your husband's a prison warder.
That's right, yes. Well, in fact, he's the chief warder.
Indeed, I see. Well, chief prison warder certainly qualifies as something of a specialist occupation.
Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out.
Dreadful punishments? Does she mean capital punishments?
And at such times he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory. But for that extra responsibility, he's remunerated more handsomely than the other warders. Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to the neighbours.
Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison does your husband engaged?
Barclay Prison, Mr. Sholmes.
Really? Barclay? Oh, a fine establishment. If I'm not mistaken, there's a large cemetery just behind it.
Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery.
No! Lowgate Cemetery? The very place where we were discussing in court! That's unbelievable!
Unbelievable, my dear fellow, and yet undeniable.
Sorry, Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid you've lost me.
Ah, pay no heed, madam, pay no heed. A private matter.
This can't really be a coincidence, can it? Oh, somebody found out. They probably, like, pieced together what happened and they fucking murdered him. Is my guess. But, for now, I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.